Hello guys, today I'm going to show you guys how to draw 3 bored students at school in Chibi style. And this video is requested by one of my subscribers, so I'm going to do it. But to be honest, this is my first time drawing in Chibi style in a serious manner. So hope it turns out to be good. And by the way, I've already have a video drawing 3 bored students not in Chibi style. So if you haven't seen that video, you can check that video out in the description. Whatever, let's get started. So first off, let's draw a line for where for the table, for where the students are gonna lean on, and then a line in the middle for a student, and then 2 lines. Yeah, 3 lines for 3 students. So these are the location, where the students are being placed on. And let's start with the first student. Let me just zoom in a little bit. And so first off, we're gonna draw a large circle, a really large one. I don't know how much this gap is gonna be. About this high is okay, I think. And then the thing about Chibi style is that they have extremely large heads, but also very chubby, body. So the hand is, the arm, this is the lower arm for where the head is gonna lean on, and it's just like that. You don't have to, draw the fingers and stuff. I've seen people drawing the fingers for Chibi style, but I've also seen people not drawing them. And I think this style is easier for me, so I just leave it like that. And by the way, the head is not gonna be straight, so I'm gonna draw on a line that is a little bit slanted for the center of the face, and then a line for for the middle of the face horizontally, and then the cheek, and yes, this is just the shoulder. And as you can see, the shoulder is actually, the body is actually a little bit smaller than the circle. That's because the width of the head is actually, larger than the width of the body. Just keep that in mind. And for the hand, I'm just going to, have his hand going down below the table. I think that's how I drew it when I drew this image in not in Chibi style. And I'm just gonna add close this time. This time I'm just gonna add close, while I do the sketches, just like that. And yeah, and there are some clothes there, which I'm actually not gonna include them. Maybe a little bit, I don't know, but a little hole there for the armpit. This should actually be a little bit higher, but yeah, something like that. I don't know, something like this. And yes, for the eyes. So the thing about Chibi is that, okay, so when you're drawing, normally the eyes will be somewhere around here, but Chibi actually has the eyes much lower, so something like there. And the eyes should be much bigger too. Just remember that. And just remember that in Chibi, everything is very simplified. So actually for the eyes, I'm just going to have something like this, to be as simplified as possible. A dot for the iris, and a dot for the nose, and then an unsatisfied mouth. And then now it looks like he's very angry. So I'm just going to add an eyebrow to to pacify his expression. So now he looks like he's just unsatisfied and bored. I don't know if he looks very bored, but I'm trying. Okay, so so it should be a circle, but it's not exactly a perfect circle because the cheek is a little bit sticking out, is curved out, something like this. I don't know how to call it, but just like that. And then of course the ears, which should be actually quite small too. And then we can just go on and draw the hair. And the thing about the hair, as I've said, we're trying to be as simplified as possible. So you're gonna have very little strokes. So the chunks for the hairs are really big. As you can see, there are only 2 chunks, and then it's ending below, in front of the ear. And then the same goes for here, something like this. And also the hair is also much bigger than what you would draw normally. And this look a little bit strange actually. I'm just going to move this hair a little bit lower, and then this thing sting out much higher to give it a little bit of variation. Okay, so something like this is very okay. Now the only problem is that he looks like he's very flat. Does it look like he's very flat? I don't know. For some people he may look very flat, but for some he may look very normal. So something like this. Yeah, something like this. Okay, so yes, and if you wondered, the hands is going to be just like that. It's Chibi style. Of course, there are people who draw the whole hand, but just leave it like that. Let's go on to the second guy. And by the way, they are actually touching now because I drew the lines too close to each other. So I'm actually gonna move this line a little bit to the side, and I'm of course gonna erase this line and move it, this one, yeah, something like there. And yes, let's just draw a circle of equal size. And then this time I'm gonna have his hand this way, and he's going to be looking upwards and to the left. And he's gonna be almost asleep, almost asleep. Something like this, yeah. And a little bit to the side. And then for the shape of the head, let's just draw a line there, and then a curve for for the cheek, and then for the chin is just a large curve that is very flat, to make him look cuter. And then for the head, I'm gonna have hair, so let's just leave his head like that. And by the way, for his clothes, I'm just going to give him a very normal t-shirt. Is it called a t-shirt? Yeah, it's called a t-shirt. And then yeah, the hand is going on the table, this time not below the table. And then the hand that his head is leaning on, and then a little gap there, for his hand, whatever. maybe, you know, the clothes behind. I don't know. Maybe it's cool, maybe it's not. Let me just try to see. No, having this clothes there. Yeah, let's just have it. And yes, for the eyes, of course, I'm gonna draw a line below where the center of the head is, and it's gonna be where the eyes is. And actually, for this guy, I'm gonna give him, you know, closed eyes. His eyes is gonna be closed. And then a dot for the nose, and then for the mouth, a wide mouth, and he's gonna be drooling like this. Yeah. He's looking a little bit strange, to be honest. Maybe because his eyes is a little bit too low. So I'm gonna move his mouth and stuff a little bit higher, because, you know, he's looking upwards, so all his mouth and noses and, you know, should be a little bit higher, like that. And then the ear, and you can't see the ear there. Okay, so for the head, I'm going to give him, you know, the hair similar to when I drew it, you know, not in Chibi style. So just a very simple spiky hair that is pointing upwards. Like that. And then, you know, it's all coming from here, a little bit higher, I think. Should be okay. You know, the hair should be much bigger than what you actually are used to. At least for me, it's much bigger than what I'm used to. So something like this. A big chunk of hair, and then another big chunk of hair, and then okay, I'm gonna erase all the other lines I drew so you guys can see it clearer. So I have the lines here. Okay, now you can see spiky. Oh, he's looking upwards to the side. Actually, maybe a little bit too much, but I just take it. It's okay. And by the way, it's this line. Yes, it's actually pretty okay, I think. Is it? I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Let's just go into last guy. Okay, so for him, I'm just going to draw a big circle, and then, and by the way, this circle is gonna be much closer to the table, and then a hand, you know, going downwards, a hand just like that. And in case you guys can't see the circle, it's there. This is the circle I've drawn, and then, you know, the shoulder, and then the arm that goes a little bit upwards because he's crossing his arms, you know, kind of crossing his arms, and his head is leaning on them. Yeah, just like that. And for this guy, I'm gonna give him a hoodie-like cloth. But you guys can't see much of his clothes anyway. It's just like that. And then it's basically just drawing the hair, because, you know, we can't see his face. So for the hair on on the arms, you're just gonna draw very, you know, short chunks of hair. I don't know how other people have drawn it, but that's my style of drawing it. Okay, so like that, and then maybe no hair there, and a little bit of hair here, here, something like this. Yeah, something like this. And let's just, you know, resize the shape of his hair a little bit to make them more natural. Much more natural. Yes. Yes, so I think we are done. So let's just zoom in a little bit. Yeah, they look pretty okay. So I think the only problem is that this guy is smaller than this guy, but you know, whatever. This is my first time trying to draw Chibi, even though I studied them for some hours. And I'm quite satisfied. So, and actually we're just done drawing, you know, the sketch, or at least how. And by the way, I forgot the eyebrows. So it's just like this. No, let's erase this line, and then the eyebrows is gonna be actually higher. Yeah, so like this. And by the way, and this so actually we're just done drawing the sketch, so I'm just going to erase everything. No, not erase it, but you know, soften it, and then redraw all the lines. It's like doing the inking, and of course I'm gonna do the shadowing and coloring and shading. So yeah, I'm gonna do a time-lapse because it's already been 17 minutes. I don't want this video to be any longer, so yeah, just see you after the time-lapse. So finally, we're done drawing 3 students that are bored at school in Chibi style. Hope you guys learned something new and enjoyed the video. Please leave a like and if you have any question or request, just leave that in the comment section below. And you guys can also check out the video of 3 students. Once again, 3 students bored at school, but not in Chibi style. And if you want to see more, just subscribe to my channel. And yes, and I will be making another video soon. So yes, see you in the next video. Goodbye.